Why is the game lagging like that? That's not good. What's going on with my streaming software? I haven't dropped any frames, so that's good. Am I capturing desktop on accident? No, not at all. Weird. Okay. Cafe latte, coffee, milk, milk. Let's give her some latte art. It's a fucked up spiral. Here you go. Your cafe latte is ready. Thanks. How do you manage to get backstage? He told security he was my father, and he messaged me about coming beforehand. Said he was just gonna wish me luck. So I told him to let him in, of course. He's still my father. Things were nice at first, then my manager came, and... I don't know why he hates him so much. It's showbiz. I'm mature enough to know what's good or bad for me. What happened after that? Mr. Lester told the security guards to kick him out. He's still allowed in the festival area. I saw him in the crowd. Did the concert go well, at least? Oh, yeah. Other than the arguments backstage, everything was great. I was the first one to play on the main stage. Alice Lunarstar says, after I did the latte art, do a penis. I tried making dick butt in the first episode and it didn't quite work out. Usually, no one pays much attention to whoever's on first. But about what's on second? Never mind. But there were thousands of people in the audience during my session. Nice! So you didn't need to be at the event anymore after this? Not really. I did my stage time. And there was this press conference after my show. After-show press conference? Yeah, the pre-show was done yesterday. Today was a small one. There was almost a dozen journalists who wanted to interview me. So he decided to do a mini-conference. Alice Lunarstar says, I'm trying not to laugh at your voice acting. No, laugh, please do. It's embarrassing, but it's at least fun. Good for you. You're totally back in the game, huh? I guess I am. Thanks to Mr. Lester. Okay, his name is fucking Lester. His first name is Morris. Or Mo for short. Is his name literally Molester? I would say it's because of you. But your manager's probably worked some of his influence too. I'm not laughing. So why are you here? Because of Dad, of course. I told him to come here this evening. We really need to set things straight. He needs to stop messing with my manager so much. And because this evening is the only time we can meet, I can't go to the party Mr. Lester is hosting. What party? He's hosting a party for the VIP and artists he manages at a club in Belltown. Is it okay for you to go to the party without a guardian? I'm 18, remember? I'm an adult. Yeah, but you can only enter some clubs if you're 21. Not this time, because Mr. Lester's my manager and it's his party. I'm not sure about that. It's true. No, I know you can do that by using his name, but I don't think he should do that with you. Why? I'm an adult. No, you're not, Rachel. Have you ever been to one of Lester's parties? Well, no. You have? Not personally. I've heard stories. What stories? He knows how to party. That's good then. That's not necessarily a good thing. Knowing how to party might mean something else entirely. Alice Lunarstar says, the same voice for two different women. You'd think that it's done by the same person. It is, but like, I'm trying to differentiate them, but the problem is whenever I voiced them, they were never on screen together. So I was able to create different voices for them. But now, because they're both on screen at the same time, I'm having to bounce back and forth. So I might change it up a little bit. I don't know what you're talking about. You'll find out. Especially if you keep Lester on as your manager. Personally, I don't mind wild parties. But inviting an underage person to the party? That might be a step too far. Welcome, huh? Oh, no. Meow. What the hell? Oh no! Dad! Oh god, that was bad. What? Rachel, is that Mr. Hendry? Yes! Dad, what happened? Alexander, can you get a cup of milk for him, please? Just milk? Just milk. Meow. Milk, 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 brew. Should just give him a cup of cinnamon or something. Here, enjoy this cup of powder. Here. Aww. Thank you. Dad, please hold on. Can somebody help me call an ambulance, please? Ah! Oh, I got a notification. There's an injured man, there's an injured cat on our table, and I'm like, ooh, messages. Milk gives the cat shits. Or Alex, wow. Alice Lunastar says milk gives cats the shits. Really? I didn't know that. Huh, more you know. What's new? Hi there, I'm Rachel Florencia. You might have seen me dancing on your screen, singing, dancing, or modeling. Working on a new album, especially for you right now. Okay. I love my family, cats, milk, and you. Alright, cool. Is there more? I guess there's more. Oh, Hendry has more information. Trying to be a better father while running a record store. Aww. Ah! Okay. Let me call them. Thank you. Where are they? On the way. Hang on, Pops. This is taking forever. There they are. Finally! We're going. Ooh boy! That was really something, huh? Yeah. 2 days in a row. An emergency at your place. Well, at least some people think of your places they go to their go-to when they need help. You're right. It's not every day you look at things from the bright side. Huh. Well, I'm one of your coffee shop disciples, right? So I kind of understand them. I hope Hendry's all right. Me too. At least he's in good hands now. What's your plan for the rest of the night? Well, that was all pretty hectic, but I need to continue writing. Take your time and place then. Will do. Milky Way, sweet and cool like outer space. I don't think outer space is very sweet. Sunday, October 4th, 2020. The evening Whispas. Fight broke out during Coachella. Culprits in police custody. Despite the arrest, Coachella will go on. Police raid on private Coachella after party. Oh! Ooh, shit. This plot thickens. So it was a weird fucked up celebrity sex party. Police raid on private Coachella after party is biggest drug and sex related bust of the year. Oh boy. That's nutty. Let's see if we got another story today. Oh. Okay. Here we go. Alice Lunastar says the Milky Way. Yes. Happily ever after. Ever after, ever after. Part 3. Romeo comes awake with a gasp. His mind is already whirling as he tries to make sense. What's happening? Was it just a dream, he thinks? Please forgive him, dear readers. He's barely awake. He has no idea how or when he got home. But he's still wearing yesterday's clothes, and he experiences the unwashed, uncomfortable feeling that comes with waking after falling asleep fully dressed, and then he remembers, Juliet, what happened to her? He rifles through his blankets and pocket until he finds his cell phone and immediately fires off a message to her. He won't admit it. Will barely remember it through the haze of panic. But he spends the next 14 minutes and 10 seconds staring fixedly at it until it vibrates in his hand, and he drops it to the floor. Romeo! Juliet's voice is muffled by the carpet, but he doesn't think that he's ever been so relieved to hear it. Where are you? Are you all right? I'm fine. What about you? I'm okay. We need to talk. We need to talk. Something's definitely different. Romeo opens his mouth to agree before he realizes how he feels. He's been so weighed down by his feelings for so long that he hadn't noticed that something changed until Juliet brought it up. Waking up today has been bad for so long, but today he feels different. Today, he feels good. When Romeo arrives at the coffee shop, Juliet is already there. She waits while he orders an Americano, patiently sipping her orange juice until he joins her. So, Romeo says as he seats himself opposite Juliet, what happened last night? She shrugs, shakes her head, the picture of honest confusion. I'm not sure, but I feel kind of light when I woke up this morning. Yeah, that's a good way of describing it. I feel like part of me is missing. She nods in agreement, and they're quiet for some time. Juliet plays with her straw, the vapor melting quickly in the icy remnants of her drink. Do you? She trails off and tries again. Do you actually remember what happened last night? Kind of, Romeo frowns and grimaces. I'm not sure, though. How do you feel about me now? Asks Juliet. He pauses to consider. I don't know. I still like you a lot, in fact, but it's certainly a different kind of feeling to the last few months. That's exactly how I feel. He sighs explosively. What the hell happened? Juliet leans in, holds his gaze, lowers her voice. I'm not sure myself, but I have this theory. Maybe, and I know it sounds wild, but hear me out, just maybe, the parts of us that fell in love with each other somehow left us last night. They separated themselves from this world, making their own where time loops in an exact moment over and over again. Romeo looks her in the eye without blinking for a long time and then bursts out laughing. You're a complete madwoman, you know that? That's... You're not even the one who likes sci-fi and fantasy. Oh, shut it, boyo, she huffs at him and crosses her arm as she leans back. No, seriously. He waves a hand at her. The fact that a theory came out of your mouth is crazier than the theory itself. Her lip twitches, and then she's laughing with him. And for a glorious moment, the air is filled with pure and uncomplicated good humor. When the laughter winds down, they each find that they can't stop grinning at the other. And it's beautiful and just like it ought to be. A thought occurs to Romeo when he opens his mouth and Juliet immediately points a finger at him. Shut up. She closes his mouth and keeps grinning, but his hands help and surrender. You can't say it isn't possible, though. She defends herself with a wry shrug. Romeo tilts his head. Well, nothing is impossible. So, what now? What now what? I mean, what happens to us now? He looks around and shrugs. We just live normally, I guess. It's been months, if not eons, since I could talk to you normally like this, and honestly, it feels awesome. She laughs, and it's so much easier than it has been in a long time. Yeah, I know, she smiles at him. So we're good then? We're better than good, I guess, answers Romeo. Good point, Juliet nods. Well made. After that, life goes on for Romeo and Juliet. They're still good friends. They both found their loves. Well, they don't get together? Huh. The one who shares their interests, that doesn't force him to sacrifice too many things in life, yet still makes them feel like the happiest person on earth. They grow old together as good friends, not as lovers. And what about the Romeo and Juliet who burns with love for each other, readers? I'll tell you, that couple is still sitting on the bench in the park on that clear and perfect night, and they'll stay there until the end of time. They created their own world without other people meddling, judging, forcing compromises. For the rest of eternity, they'll have each other and their pure, naive, young love, and nothing will ever change that. Some people say that on a clear night, with the promise of dawn rain, when the Milky Way flows across the sky and the full moon hangs low, you can see a young couple sitting on a bench in the park, but only out of the corner of your eye, and only if you've room for romance in your soul. Is it true if you ask me? Does it matter, I reply. Surely it doesn't matter to anyone else on Earth, and it certainly doesn't matter to them. Okay, that's kind of sweet, actually. That was awesome. I like that ending. Makes me happy. Welcome. Oh, it's the cop that I cannot voice act properly. Good evening, everyone. Everyone safe and sound tonight? So far, so good, officer. But the cop is supposed to be watching this area hanging out in a coffee shop? I'm not so sure about that. Hey, I'm working right now. I just love multitasking, you know. That requires skill. Taking a break and working at the same time, you mean? You know it. That's an oxymoron. That's why I said it requires skill. Anyway, Alexander, I really need an espresso to keep me awake tonight. You got it, buddy. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Espresso. Serve it. An energetic espresso to keep our officer upright on patrol. You and your sense of humor. Your espressos are always out of this world. Definitely better than mine or my wife's. It's not a competition, officer. It is for her. She thought if she could make a better one, I'd stop coming to this place so often. That's not happening anytime soon. So anything special today? Surprisingly, no. Gotta make sure this place is safe, though. What are you grinning about? I mean it. You were here the last 2 days, right? Yes, I was. And some crazy things happened here. And 2 days in a row. As if the gods were trying to give me first-hand experience to use in my story. Still fretting over your story, eh? Well, the deadline for my draft is getting near. Oh, yeah. How's it going? Quantity-wise, it's shaping up pretty good. Quality-wise, honestly, I'm pretty confident. Best of luck, then. Do you have any updates about the last 2 days of chaos? Well, for the werewolf case, I spoke to Gala about it. What? Are you going to arrest him? Some officers of the precincts were talking about it, but in the end, we agreed not to do it. Because he really helped a lot that night. We asked the folks in the hospital, some other people in the area. Without him, we would have had a lot more problems. He helped a lot, getting most of the werewolves safe in the hospital. Too bad he couldn't lock himself up in time. Thankfully, he didn't hurt anyone. So those who'd rather detain him can't do anything anyway. Phew. I'd be pretty mad if you did arrest him. Hey, being mad at me wouldn't solve anything. I know. What about Rachel's dad? Any idea what happened? I'm not too sure myself. Most of it didn't happen around here. What? Yeah, it seems like it happened out near Coachella. That's a long way away. I mean, it's not actually that far, but he wouldn't be able to walk it. Not in that state. So far, that's all I know. Ah, some news. Rachel! Rachel? Is Mr. Hendry alright? Before that, could I have a cup of hot chocolate? Dark? I'm guessing that's just three cocos. Yeah. I'll check the brew pad, see if we got anything for... Yeah, chocolate, okay. Here you go. Your hot chocolate's ready. Thank you. Dad's going to be fine. He woke up this afternoon, but we arrived just a little too late. What happened? He didn't get help fast enough, so some of the damage might be permanent. Oh no. He might never be able to walk properly again. It's all because of me. Because I didn't listen to him, when all he wanted to do was protect me. Rachel, don't blame yourself for this. Please don't take offense. But is it okay for you to leave your father alone in the hospital? His friends are there at the moment, and I can't face being stuck in a room with a bunch of people I don't even know right now. Besides, I really needed to get away for a bit. So I told Dad I'm going to visit Coffee Talk and to get some fresh air. I want to find out, like, what happened to him. Like, was he part of that fight at Coachella? Did he try squaring up with her manager? Did he walk into the fuck party and notice what was going on and threaten to call the cops or something? He's okay with that? He understands. He always does, I guess. Miss Rachel, what really happened last night? Dad got into a fight with some thugs. He heard them talking about me in some very suggestive, perverted ways. Oh. He didn't like that, of course. So he morphed into his cat form and started a fight with the thugs. Why did he morph? so people wouldn't see what his human form looked like and link him directly to me. Some cops went to the crime scene. They found some eyewitnesses to testify, and they managed to find the thugs. Are they fans of yours? No. It's even worse. They work for Mr. Lester. What? Oh boy. The reason why it didn't take them long for the cops to find them was because they were already under arrest. Because the party went too far last night. Whoa! How did it all connect up? They're Mr. Lester's bodyguards. They were chilling after the show, having a pre-party before the big one. And you know about guys in locker room talk, right? Yeah. Well, that's what they were doing. That's what they were doing. And I was the topic of discussion. So there's that. I'm sorry to hear that. You were right about his party. I'm glad I wasn't there. Once again, I owe Dad for... Hey, it's okay. Most important thing right now is that you're safe. And your dad made it through. I should have listened to him. He might be out of touch, but he's still way more experienced than me. And he's my father. I wish Mom was here. She'd know what to do. She'd know what to say to Dad when he's recovered. You know what? I'm sure you'll know what to do. You're an adult, remember? But I don't know. All I know is that I have to be there for him when... That's it. That's all you have to do. It might be weird to hear about something coming from... wow. It might be weird to hear it about something coming from Freya, but she is right. Be there when he needs you, Rachel. And whenever you need a breath of fresh air, you can come here and relax for a while. Guys, thank you. I've had enough fresh air for one day. I'll go back to the hospital now. Thank you for the update, Miss Rachel. I wish your father a speedy recovery. Thank you, Alexander. It's turned into a let's read. Man, what a weekend. Pretty crazy, I know. Anyway, I better continue my patrol. It's been a pretty weird weekend. It's also weird that we have a coffee shop where people can smoke in it. Like, here in the States, that's not a very common thing. But overall, things are still safe around here. Even with that, never let your guard down, okay? No problem, officer. Thank you for checking up on us, Officer Georgie. Okay then, see ya. Are you gonna leave as well, Freya? I don't think so. I've had enough rest. And I have stories to write. You're not tired? Definitely not. In fact, I think I can get it done today. Alright. I won't bother you then. Oh, you're never a bother. Besides, this whole book project would never have existed without this place, and you. So, thank you. The pleasure was mine. Now, I'm sure you shouldn't spend any more time on chit-chat. You've got a book to finish. No problem, boss. Cafe latte, a caffeine boost dominated by milk. You know, just like society. It's also dominated by milk. Do it. 2 weeks later. Oh, that's different. More women have spoken out. Oh, yep, knew it. More women have speaking out. More women have spoken out and claimed Mr. Wow, am I just retarded? My goodness, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a caffeine pill and some coffee. BRB, holy shit.